All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into today's edition of In the Game. I am your host, Hustle, and as always, we're going to be diving into the crypto gaming market again today. And our second kind of segment of this series, we're going to be deep diving into every top crypto gaming project in the space and kind of just give you the rundown top to bottom in your one-stop shop. Yesterday, we talked about Vulcan Forge, and today we're going to be talking about Gala Games. Now, everyone knows Gala Games. We're going to talk through their platform, their blockchain, which is launching, I should say, all the games underneath their platform, the team, and of course, I'll tell you, regarding the token, what I think for the future projections, where Gala could end up, tokenomics and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. If you are new to the show, be sure to drop down and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more every single day here on Crypto Banter and In the Game. And as always, shout out to our sponsors here on In the Game. Animoca Brands, the biggest Web3 gaming company in the world. Myria, one of the leading L2 and studios in the space. Unix Gaming, one of the leading Web3 gaming infrastructures in all of crypto gaming. And MEXC, the official exchange of the In the Game show. You can get more on all of our sponsors down below. So let's go ahead and dive into Gala Games. Now, Gala Games, whenever I look at Gala Games, it is everything. And this is a studio, this is an infrastructure, this is a blockchain, this is a marketplace. So let's go ahead and dive into it. We're looking at an $800 million fully diluted market cap and $175 million market cap, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but we'll talk about that at the very end. But Gala Games, when you look, they're one of the more full-fledged, not even at this point, Web3 gaming platforms, but, I would say Web3 entertainment platforms, between music, between film, between the gaming side. They are one of the biggest entertainment platforms in all of Web3 gaming. So obviously all of their flagship titles, their own marketplace here as we see. So let's take a look at the marketplace. They have everything functioning with the Gala token, and this is all in-house. And, some of their even ecosystem tokens here for all of their different products. And when you look at the games coming to Gala Games, they have a variation for everybody, which I definitely really like. When you're looking at a gaming studio, they need to bring something for every single style of a player to be able to appeal to every single niche. And Gala Games does a really good job of that. Turn-based RPG with Champions Arena, Superior, which we have the gameplay here, I believe. Superior looks really, really good. If this loads, there we go. I've actually had a chance to dive into Superior and take a look at it. And I think that, it was one of the more solid Web3 games that I've played to this point. And then you take a look at the rest of their game catalog. Spider Tanks recently just launched. They have Grit, which is coming to the Epic Games Store, which I think Grit is also one of the best looking games in the space. They have the Walking Dead game, Last Expedition, which, we'll take a look at a couple of more gameplays here as we see the Grit gameplay, which kind of, to me, reminds me of H1Z1 combined with a little bit of PUBG. As you see a kill there and just the way that the movement is, the inventory, the heads up display, it really reminds me of those style of games. And I think that Gala Games is doing a fantastic job applying to all of those different segments. Even Legacy, it's like a business sim. It's like the Sims of the business world, right? But whenever you take a look at the whole-fledged platform, they don't just push out game after game after game. They aim to be the Steam of crypto gaming. Like, they want to be the biggest distribution and in-house gaming platform in all of crypto. And their operator system is very, very effective with their node platform. So Gala is very well known for their Gala nodes. There's the founder nodes on the gaming side. There's the film nodes there's the music nodes here, which you can actually pair up with songs on your nodes for ownership of the platform, which I think is super powerful. And I mean, the nodes have been a really big success on all three platforms. As you see, there's also films already able to kind of pair up. So, with their Gala founders nodes on the gaming side, the music nodes, and the film side, they're doing a fantastic job of covering not only all gaming niches, but all industries here. And that's why Gala is really aiming. If you were to ask them today, we just want to be a leader in Web3 entertainment. And they're trying to build quality, right? Mirandus is one that in-house they've been building for a long time. And let's kind of talk about the team a little bit. When you take a look at the team, it's a blockchain game startup founded by Zynga co-founder Eric Schiermeier to help create. This was like one of their first Web3 deals a few years ago, whenever they were coming into Web3 gaming. And, co-founder of Zynga. And if you aren't aware, Zynga produced Farmville, and that was a start of the free-to-play gaming narrative. You have to remember this. So those games, the Facebook mini games, were the free-to-play, like that was the test of free-to-play. It was almost like the test of crypto gaming and NFT gaming and the way that assets are integrated into these ecosystems. So at its peak, 32 million daily active users on Farmville alone and 85 million players overall, which is absolutely powerful. They know how to build product. They know how to build IP, gameplay loops that keep people involved. And I think that is very, very powerful. And on top of that, one of their flagship products, Zynga Poker, was the largest poker site in the world with 38 million players back in 2011. So all of this kind of just culminates into what Gala Games has been doing. And, with their new releases, they're doing a lot with Townstar. They're doing a lot of early accesses for Grit and Superior. And their Spider Tanks game just launched. The Spider Tank nodes, the game-specific nodes are live. So when you take a look at the entirety of the ecosystem, it's very bullish. And I think that this is one of the obvious top projects and top products inside of the crypto gaming market. But it all comes down to the tokenomics. It all comes down to the tokenomics and the market sentiment. So let me make a couple of things clear. So I absolutely think that Gala Games is a 100% no-brainer platform. But when you look at the token, we're about 37x from all-time highs at this very moment in time. At this market cap, let me see if I can get the market cap here. Market cap here was 5.19 billion. So we're looking at a pretty steady up climb, and I think that this is non-diluted. If I'm not mistaken, that's non-diluted market cap. That's not even the fully diluted at that point, if I believe so correctly. When you look at those factors, I think that completely changes the game. So when you're looking at a 2.5-cent Gala, I think in a bull run, in a market that is trending upwards, we're getting bullish catalysts out of the Fed, and the sentiment changes after the recession, or maybe we have a little rally, or whatever the case ends up. I think Gala will be a fantastic catalyst in those climates. But when it's a bear market, when there's a big difference in the fully diluted and the market cap, it makes me hesitant to want to have it in my portfolio in these times. It's really unsteady times economically and in the markets. And really the only stuff I would want to be holding are my top of the line, really convicted holds in this market. My whole strategy, if you watch here on In the Game, I've just been saying, build those watch lists, DCA into only your highest conviction, like Bitcoin, ETH, Matic, etc. Right? Stack those, because I do think those are timeless. Those are the ones that are absolutely here to stay. I mean, Bitcoin, no brainer. Ethereum, I think, just powers so much in the space that it's a no brainer. And then Matic, with their real world business and gaming integration, those are definitely my top three, right? But in this climate that we're currently in, I think that Gala's token it's really hard to justify holding on to it at this moment in time. But I think that in a more bullish sentiment, bullish economic climate, or in a bull market, Gala will absolutely fly and be a product of that. But there are supply issues, right? There are supply issues. I mean, when you're looking at the total supply right now, it being 35 billion tokens, and then when there's only 6.9 billion circulating, and that's verified. So there's a lot of tokens to hit the market over time, which is the risk here. But the project itself is absolutely phenomenal. And I think that Gala Games is a clear leader and clear-cut top competitor in the space to bring Web3 gaming to the masses. And I'm rooting for Gala. And I've been involved with, it's never financial advice on the show, but I've been involved, with Gala over and over again over the times. And, I'm a big believer in what they're doing. But in this time, it's really hard to justify anything outside of like the top few tokens. But once we start seeing a rally, once we start seeing consistent changes, I think that Gala Games will absolutely fly in the next bull run, because builders are building. Gala Games has not stopped building behind the scenes. They are pushing some of the best, and if not the most, product in the space. And also, let me just say, their Project Jiri blockchain is operating, and it's powering their game ecosystem as well now. So they also have their own blockchain integrated for all of these titles, right? So they're running on their own tokens. They're running on their own node ecosystems owned by the players. And then they're also operating on Gala's own chain. I think it's phenomenal. And I do have a ton of conviction in Gala Games to really bring this to the masses. And that's what we're really looking for here. I think all the top projects will win if we can get across the finish line here and bring crypto gaming and NFTs in games and metaverse to the front line and to the mainstream. And I think Gala is one of those projects that if they hit a home run here with all that they're doing with entertainment and gaming, they can be one of the lead catalysts in that role. So very bullish on Gala Games, but I would definitely wait. To be getting involved on their token until we kind of see a little more bullish sentiment. That is my honest opinion. And exactly. So Christopher, what are your thoughts on the Gala vesting scheme? So that's exactly why I'm not DCAing into it in a climate like this, full disclosure, right? So that's exactly why I'm not DCAing into a token like Gala Games in a climate like this, because the vesting is not pretty. And if the economic climate stays where it is, they just keep raising rates, for example, I just don't see anytime soon. And if we go into a recession, traditional markets crash, the S&P crashes, I mean, I could totally see, we would go a lot lower across all markets, but with vesting and differences in the market caps like Gala has at this very moment in time, I think that it would be the concern on that. So I think that is, my honest opinion on that. And that's why I wouldn't be DCAing into it. It's the market cap and the circulating supply that does scare me a little bit. But as mentioned, full blown bullish on their platform, right? Their platform is second to none. But the tokenomics, I do wish the tokenomics were a little bit stronger as far as so DES. There are a little bit of max supply issues out there, and there's a lot of tokens to hit the market. So it's really hard to justify something like that with a lot. So here, if we can pull up Apple David Pete. So Gala has total supply of 50 billion, but has unlimited max supply. So market cap does not matter. So that's kind of my concern, right? The max supply isn't really set. So it's like, it really kind of makes me a little bit hesitant on the token. There's concerns about that. To say the least. So it's not one that I'm DCAing into in this moment in time, but I think that full blown, they will be one of the biggest projects to come out of Web3 gaming when it's all said and done. So guys, if you got value out of this video, and you are bullish on Gala or the future of Web3 gaming, just like I am, be sure to drop a like on the video, comment down below your thoughts on Gala Games in the future, as well as check out our show tomorrow for another huge show. I'm going to go over my top 5 altcoins for 2023. My top 5 for 2023. The ones that I mentioned earlier in the show that I'm trying to DCA into. We're going to be giving out my list of 5 that I would say, are my 5 that I'm eyeing and actively looking to DCA into. But as always, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I will see you on tomorrow's show. As always, play well, my friends.